Yes, we are celebrating 100 years of ILO. When ILO set out to advance social justice and promote decent work, at the time, I'm sure people were wondering what that could pan out to be. But here we are, 100 years later, we are saying that for today, or for June 12, we in Ghana, we are going to consolidate our efforts. And when we say consolidate, obviously means that we have made several efforts, but we are consolidating our efforts to make sure that children work on their dreams and not in the field. Mondelez International, we have been around forever and ever. Many people remember us as Cadbury. But just about 10 years ago, when we established the Cocoa Life program as a sustainability initiative, we set out to ensure that, one, children are not found on cocoa farms. But we decided that it is not about the cocoa farm. So we should not set up any system that will address child labor only within our supply chain. We said every community that we are in, and also at the national or district level, whether we are in that community or not, supports initiatives, interventions that protect and promote the rights of the child. So even if in the community you don't find any child that will fall into the category of child labor, you need to ensure that you have interventions, you are implementing interventions that will promote that child. So let us join with national efforts, with other private sector efforts. And when I talk about private sector, I usually mean private not-for-profit as well as private for-profit sector. Let us join together and show that, yes, we have made several efforts and we are consolidating those efforts. Within the Cocoa Life, we have, for example, an NGO called Right to Play, which tells you that for us, children should be working out their dreams, should have the right to play, not to be working in the fields. It is very important for us. Somebody will ask that, why is it so important for the cocoa sector? We see that whenever we talk about child labor, the cocoa farms are the places that we first of all look at. But when we address cocoa, child labor, not as a supply chain issue, but as a community issue, then when the child is, as we say, what's the word? When we take the child, we rescue. I don't like that word. When we rescue the child from the cocoa farm, if we are not ready to address it holistically, you find a child in the mines, you find a child in the quarry, you find a child in the rivers or wherever. You wouldn't have addressed the issue holistically. So as we are consolidating efforts, we want to say that we are fully committed to addressing child labor holistically, not only within our supply chain. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.